Present here.
Dear, sorry.
Respected Vice Chancellor of Dibrugarh University, Professor Madam Louder. Esteemed keynote speaker, Professor Viladri Ranjan Chatterjee, sir, and the distinguished members of Melow, esteemed faculty members, research scholars, and dear students. I, Afkara Sultana, extend a heartfelt welcome to all of you. We are gathered here today for the inaugural session of the two-day International Mini Melow Conference on the Colors of Pride, Queer Identities in Literature and Culture, organized by Melow, the Society for the Study of the Multi-Ethnic Literatures of the World, in collaboration with the Department of English, Dibrugarh University. Melow, first set up in 1997 as Mellus India, is an academic organization among the foremost of its kind in India. The members are college and university teachers, scholars, and critics interested in literature. The organization meets every year over an international conference. It also organizes many Melow conferences occasionally on a specific theme, bringing together experts who contribute essays which are compiled into the form of a book published by a leading international publishing house. The Mini Melow Conference in Dibrugarh seeks to explore and analyze the changing terrain of LGBTQ plus representation in literature and culture. It will look at how issues of nation, language, class, caste, tradition, and power interact with narratives that celebrate differences from heteronormativity and cisgender norms. The event aims to promote different and intersectional viewpoints, showcasing texts from many linguistic, regional, and cultural backgrounds. Queer criticism is a potent perspective suggesting a thorough and discerning original understanding of sexuality in nature and human world by challenging the very idea of the natural-unnatural binary. There is no sexual orientation which is unnatural in the world of nature. It is not a matter of choice or luxury, but of basic need. The conference aligns with Mallow's dedication to diversity, inclusivity, and the critical analysis of global literature. Before we proceed further, I take the honor to invite our esteemed dignitaries to grace the dais. To begin with, may I have the privilege of inviting our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to kindly take his place on the dais. I request one of the faculty members to felicitate, sir. Thank you, sir. I now invite the esteemed President of Melow, Madam Mandu Jaidka, former professor and chairperson of the Department of English, Punjab University, Chandigarh, to grace the dais. I request one of our faculty members to felicitate ma'am. I now request the Secretary of Melow, Madam Manpreet Kaur Khan, Professor of English at the School of Humanities and Social Sciences, Guru Gobind Singh, Indraprastha University, Delhi, to kindly come up to the dais. I request one of our faculty members to felicitate ma'am. I now take the honor to invite Dr. Nasmeen Farheen Akhtar, the head of the Department of English, Dibrugarh University, onto the dais. I request one of the faculty members to felicitate ma'am. Thank you to all our dignitaries. Now I'd like to request everyone to stand up for the university anthem. My sincere apologies. I'd like to invite the keynote speaker, Professor Niladri Ranjan Chatterjee, Professor, Department of English, University of Kalyani, West Bengal, to kindly join the dais. I request one of the faculty members to felicitate Sir. Thank you, sir. To officially commence the event, may I now invite the head of the Department of English, Dr. Nasmeen Farhan Akhtar, to deliver the welcome address.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dibrugarh University, Professor Jiten Hazarika, dignitaries on the dais, and everyone present here. A very good morning to all of you. I take this privilege to welcome you to this inaugural session of the conference, which is jointly organized by the Department of English and Melow, which is the Society for the Study of the Multi-Ethnic Literatures of the World. I take this privilege, first of all, to welcome Professor Jiten Hazarika sir in our midst. Despite his very busy schedule, he has made right in the morning, and I would like to thank him for extending his wholehearted support towards organizing not only this conference but a series of academic activities in the campus. So we have been, on our toes, and it's been a really fulfilling experience. I would like to welcome Professor Manju Jai. I'm so sorry about the spelling, but Professor Manju Jaika, yes, and I'm so sorry if I have mispronounced it. President of Melow, and I would like to extend a warm welcome to Professor Manpreet Kaur Kang for having been with us throughout these days and especially for this function. I would like to extend a very cordial welcome to the keynote speaker of the inaugural session, Professor Niladri Chatterjee, who is from the Department of English, University of Kalyani, West Bengal. I would also like to take this privilege to extend a very warm welcome to Professor Roshan Lal Sharma from the Central University of Himachal Pradesh. It's been a pleasure to host the esteemed members of Melow on our campus, and we are very much fortunate, and we consider ourselves privileged that you thought of this collaborative exercise. And in this regard, I would like to make a special mention of my colleague, former head of the department, Professor Mridul Bordoloi, for having envisioned this project, and we look forward to some really fruitful collaborations in the near future. I would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to all the participants who have joined us from different institutions within and outside the region. And I hope that you have a really enriching experience throughout today and tomorrow. And I really wish that we had more students, but it's actually the exam time. Students are a bit caught up with their seminar presentations, but I'm sure in the next sessions, in the upcoming sessions, they'll make it. And on behalf of the Department of English, would like to thank all of you for having responded to this call for papers and this arrangement of the seminar. And we look forward to having some really good time together. I would not like to talk much about the topic because there's more to go and we have so many speakers on the panel. So we are actually looking forward to explore newer terrains of study, newer aspects insofar as representation of queer identities in literature and culture is concerned. So I would like to thank all of you for your presence this morning and hope you have a good time during your stay in the campus of Dibrugarh University. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request the esteemed President of Melow, Professor Manju Jaidka, to share a few words on behalf of Melow.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Mini Melow. I'll just tell you what Mini Melow is all about. But first, I must tell you how happy we are to be here on Dibrugarh campus. This is not my first visit to Dibrugarh, and every time I have passed through, I have loved the vibes that I found out here. And this is even better because this time I could come to the university. On my earlier visits, I was just kind of passing through and maybe stopping at a hotel or something like that. But visiting the campus is really a very refreshing experience, especially if you come from the dusty, polluted plains of North India, Delhi, and those places around. So we are really very glad to be here. Our team, the Melow team, is here, and we're very happy to be here. We love Dibrugarh, we love the charms of the place and the people. There's so much of cordiality, so much of positivity in the air. All that we are grateful for. And yesterday we met the Vice Chancellor in his office for the first time. That was another treat because he's so different from other Vice Chancellors which we see around. And honestly, we were a little apprehensive, thinking it would be one of those, pompous kinds who would look down at us. But no, it was such a pleasure meeting him. And he's so very Assamese in his cordiality, in his approach. So thank you very much, sir, for allowing us to come here. And the faculty in the department who we met yesterday for the first time. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you all, and we look forward to 2 days of rich interaction with you. Mridul, I have known earlier. He has been to our conferences a couple of times, but then he got very busy doing a lot of things for Dibrugarh University, and we kept thinking, yes, he's going to come, and we kept thinking, yes, we must go to Dibrugarh sometime, and now finally we've made it. And well, this is kind of history because in Melow, even though we are spread out across the country, there are some pockets which need a little more attention, and we would like to extend our tentacles there too. No, we want more people from there to come in to join us and join our conferences. And the Northeast, I felt, was not getting enough attention. So we have been trying to come to the Northeast. And thank you, Mridul, and thank you, Nasmeen, the faculty, the Vice Chancellor, for giving us this opportunity. Because you see, partnerships are very important. It's all very fine if you are holding so many conferences in a year, seminars in a year, and people are coming in. But then, if it is only, your regional scholars who are coming, then it's not as satisfying as it would be when you get people from outside. You get new perspectives, you get new points of view, and you expand your horizons. So that is what we have been trying to do. And as the young lady here so efficiently told you, we have been around since 1997. So we are about 28 years old, 28, yes. In August we turn 28. So we are 28 years old and we are going strong. A lot of people who started the society are now a little old and frail, or some of them have gone, up there where we will all go one day. But there are other scholars like you who are coming up. So happy to see that. What do? You know that we organize conferences. We also have publications. We have the online major journal, which Manpreet and Roshan take care of. Roshan is here. You'll see him very soon on the stage. We have our publications. We also have awards for younger scholars in the name of the late Professor Isaac Sequeira, who was one of our mentors. We have invited speakers, and we have also started something online every fortnight, with effect from January this year, called Melow Musings, in which we get a speaker and we discuss something of common interest, maybe a writer, a book, a movement, a concept, or something that we love doing. We are very soon going to have a session, a panel discussion on Mrs. Dalloway. Mrs. Dalloway is a book that completes 100 years this year. And recently we had one on Great Gatsby. And there's something else lined up. I'm sure you will all join in. Yeah. Then we started this mini Melow series with the intention of encouraging our young scholars to publish, to write and publish. You have to read, you have to research, you have to write, you have to publish. Because unless you go through these steps, you cannot really go very far. And as you know, publication is not very easy. So it's good if we do it collectively, if we do it as a joint venture. Yes, everybody's essay will not be accepted. Some will have to revise, some will be probably turned down, but then they learn for the next round, right? So we are trying to do that, and we are trying to tap the topmost publishers around. So this is a platform for young scholars. And I can see most of you here are young scholars. Some of you have been with us for some time. And well, I've seen over the years, I've seen our young scholars do very well. Roshan, for instance, Professor Roshan Lal Sharma, who is now a senior professor in Central University, he started as a young scholar like you. And then he went on a Fulbright, he published, he researched, and now he's very senior, and sometimes he even officiates as the interim vice chancellor of his university. So you can be like that too. Just a little bit of effort. And the aim of this mini Melow is to reach out to the young faculty, to young scholars, to create opportunities for you to come up and share your ideas, and also to open up publication prospects. With that, let's talk about this particular mini Melow. What is the concept? What is the theme? Our secretary, Manpreet, is going to tell you a little bit about it. Right? Over to you, Manpreet. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. It's such a pleasure to be here. Like Professor Jetka just said, we have so far, we are really happy to be here. We are grateful to the university, the Honorable Vice Chancellor, for hosting us here. And we look forward to the 2 fruitful days, academic discussions. But of course, the last 2 days, we loved the sunset at the Brahmaputra. So I think the tone for the conference here at Melow has been very positive, and we look forward to it. The current conference, as you all know, is titled The Colors of Pride, Queer Identities in Literature and Culture. The concept of this conference was, to offer more inclusivity when intolerance currently seems to be taking over. And after acceptability, we offer the acceptability of the other, questioning of set norms. What is the norm, or what is considered the abnorm, so to say? We need to relook and question that. So, the different biases, prejudices we have, I'm sure, are going to be discussed here. We all need to be more non-judgmental, accepting of differences, and I think of the 2 days we will have food for thought on these issues. Without taking too much time, I would like to thank all the delegates who are here from outside, and we will have deliberations on this theme, which I'm sure all of us will find very productive. And once again, grateful for being here and looking forward to the next 2 days. Thank you so much.
Thank you, professors. We are honored to have our respected Vice Chancellor, Sir, with us for this occasion. May I now invite Sir to deliver the inaugural address.
Namaskar. Good morning to one and all. Professor Manju Jaika, President, Melow, Society for the Study of Multi-Ethnic Literatures of the World. Professor Monpit Kang, keynote addressee, Professor N.R. Chatterjee from West Bengal, Professor Roshanlal Sharma, and other members from the Melow team present here, Professor Midul Bordoy and other faculty members from the Department of English, our officers and employees are also here, research scholars, students, and other participants. I hope more participants will join in this program after the inaugural session. This is the common practice in every seminar. It is not unusual in English department. Actually, on the dais, 5 persons are there. If we put a multiple choice question, choose odd one, then I am the answer. I am from the Department of Statistics. Anyway, on behalf of Dibrugarh University Administration, I welcome you all to this particular program. First of all, I offer my thanks for choosing our university for organizing this particular conference, Mini Melow conference, with the help of Department of English. Particularly meaningful and timely theme, the colors of pride, queer identities in literature and culture. This gathering marks an important moment, an academic dialogue, and also a cultural affirmation. The study of queer identities has moved from the periphery of literature discourse to a place of greater visibility and respect, and conferences such as this play an essential role in that evolution. The colors of pride beautifully captures the spirit of diversity that defines human identity. Our actually NEP main target is to inclusivity. The page reminds us that literature and culture thrive not in uniformity but in multiplicity, in narratives that challenge, question, and expand our understanding. For long, queer stories were hidden in subtext, whispered in metaphors, or erased entirely from cultural consciousness. But over the last few decades, a marked change is noticed in the way of LGBTQ plus that identifies are portrayed and interpreted in literature, the media, and society. Actually, when I was in Department of Statistics, generally I speak in front of students. I am also a learner. Every teacher should be a learner. I am also a learner. Originally, when I was in the Department of Statistics, actually I was not a learner at that time. To teach our students, generally I can teach from everywhere. We can teach our students. But now I am totally learner because I have to move to the every workshop, every seminar organized by different department. So I have to study everything. So I think it is a great opportunity and great chance for me. So I always think as a learner. From our whole life is actually like that. From every meeting, I want to learn at least one word. That is, queer word is uncommon for me earlier. Now, yesterday I have actually understood that word. The presence of persons who differ from the mainstream in their gender and sexual identities increasingly tends to be out of the cupboard, moving from the backward to the form subtextual appearances and coded references to outspoken celebration of resistance, love, and identity. That means they persisted. They found ways to be heard through poetry that dared, through fiction that resisted, through performances that celebrated selfhood. Today, as we study these narratives, we acknowledge their struggles for recognition and also their courage for existing authentically within society. Universities are guardians of inquiry. They shape how society reads, remembers, and relates to different forms of life. By choosing this theme, the Department of English and obviously Melow have shown commendable vision and responsibility. This is in fact an affirming that scholarship must be inclusive, broad enough to embrace the full spectrum of identities and sensitive enough to honor the emotional truths within them. This gathering offers a platform for thoughtful debate, critical insight, and empathetic engagement. It reminds us that intellectual rigor and human empathy are not separate pursuits, but complementary ones. Dear students gathered here, very few students, especially those who identify as queer, if any, your presence matters. Your stories matter. The academic and cultural landscape grows richer because of the colors you bring into it. I have nothing more. With these words, I declare that this program is inaugurated, and thank you, Melow, particularly Melow team, for inviting me for getting this chance to learn. Thank you.
Thank you for your invaluable words, sir. Without any further ado, we now move on to the keynote address titled At a Slight Angle, Querying Desire, Querying Text. It is our privilege to welcome the distinguished keynote speaker, Professor Niladri Ranjan Chatterjee. Professor Chatterjee's doctoral work was on the novelist Christopher Isherwood. A recipient of Fulbright and the British Council Charles Wallace Fellowship, he has co-edited The Muffled Heart, Stories of the Disempowered Male, contributed to the American Isherwood, Oxford Dictionary of National Biography, the Isherwood Sanctuary, and Reader's Companion to 20th Century Writers. He has published in the journal American Notes and Queries and Intersections and has reviewed for Gay and Lesbian Review worldwide. He has been teaching a course in gender studies at his university since 2009 and runs a Facebook group called New Gender Studies, which has over 14,000 members. Professor has a few translations to his credit and is a recipient of Rainbow Literature Awards 2023. I now take the honor to invite the chair of the session, Professor Roshan Lal Sharma, onto the dais. I request one of the faculty members to felicitate sir.
Actually, I have to leave on another meeting also. Before that, we have to take one photograph for our record. And plus, one more thing, I am sorry, actually, I have forgot to mention our head of the department. Actually, this is a very special day for her. For the first time as professor and head in public meeting on the dais. And from our university as a whole, I congratulate her as professor. Thank you. All faculty. All faculty, go. Madam. Again.
I request one of our faculty members to felicitate the chair for this session. I also take this opportunity to introduce the chair for this session, who is also the Joint Secretary of Melow. Professor Sharma is the Professor of English in Central University of HP, Dharamshala, a Senior Fulbright Fellow and an Honorary Fellow at the Institute of Research in the Humanities in EW Medicine during 2007 to 2008. He has authored Walt Whitman and shorter fiction of Raja Rao, co-authored Song P.